Okay, I'm with manager Darren Salmon. What do you think after today's game? 2-2 draw at title favourites Chertsey Town. What were your thoughts?
Honestly, I thought it was a really good game. Both teams went for it. I think the neutrals and the people. There's a good crowd here today. Good vocal crowd here today. Lots of banter as you'd expect. And I thought both teams, gave really good value for money. Very good advert for the league. I would guess. Two teams that just went for it, and Chertsey didn't change their game plan when they went down to 10 men. They still pushed and probed and got the second goal during that period. But yeah, I think overall we probably didn't quite do enough to win it. Their keeper had a fantastic day in the office today, including saving one right at the death, which I thought would sneak past him at the bottom corner. 2-2 is what it is. Probably a fair result and move on.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I think what struck me, the quality of the football and show from both sides was excellent, as you would expect from two sides at the top of the table. It was a game that could have boiled over again because of it being the top two, but it never did. It was a good, honest game of football with both sides. Okay, there was the odd mistimed tackle, but nothing malicious. Both sides went for it in a positive way, and I think, as you said, anybody who came down to watch it can't help but be impressed by it.
Do you know what? Sometimes we're critical of match officials. I think the young guy who's in the middle today, we've had him a couple of times now. Thought he had a good game. I thought he gave the right cautions when he needed to. I think he calmed down and explained things when he wasn't going to give it. Second time we've had him, and overall I've been impressed with him. When you look around on a game like this today, that had the potential to be quite combative, and you see that sort of referee in the middle. You're only a young referee. I think he's got a great career in him, but he's somebody who I felt today was a really good appointment for this fixture.
Okay, that is fair enough. And going on, you're saying he's a young ref. He's 25, so yeah, could have a big future ahead of him. Yeah. On to the game itself. Obviously, disappointed to fall behind on 10 or 11 minutes. Ollie's made a triple save, and yet we've still found the ball being in the back post and someone heading it home.
Yeah.
Frustrating. But you must have been pleased with the response. It was about a minute later, gone down the other end. Good header on by Faz, onto Darren. Superb finish.
Yeah, what a goal. What a response, as you say. I thought the goal that we conceded was disappointing in the manner that we did, because, you say we made 3 or 4 saves. Ollie had made a couple of good blocks. We never really dealt with the second or third phase. The ball never really got, you want someone just to take responsibility there, either clear the lines or stick it out for a corner, and that give us a chance to consolidate. But whilst they were still celebrating it, I think the crowd was still in the throes of singing about the goal. We've gone back up the end, and what a finish, from Dazza at the back stick, who's had a lot to do from where he was, and he's watched it all the way onto his boot, and as soon as he hit it, as soon as he left his boot, you thought it was it was odds on a goal.
Yeah, it's one of those. If it dropped on the other foot, you probably wouldn't have been too surprised, because he's got quite a sweet right foot.
Yeah.
But left-footed, just went like a rocket, and no keeper in the world was going to say that.
No, hell of a strike.
Second half, again, I think we had much better at the second half, early stages anyway, but they seemed to be galvanised when they went down to 10 men. It does often happen. Initially after that period, we sort of got on top for a bit, had a few chances, as you say. The keeper's made a couple of saves, one, I think, from Matty Farrell's header that was just outstanding. Yeah. And then they go and break away, go 2-1 up.
Yeah, I thought we was a little bit guilty of bringing on our own demise in that. We had the ball in a fairly secure position, and I thought if we'd got it forward quicker, we would have probably forged a pretty good counter attack. We dilly-dallied, got closed down, found ourselves battered in, conceded a corner, and you just felt like that was going to be their best way back into the game. Through a set piece. At that stage, with 10 men, because it gave them a chance to throw a few more bodies forward. Yeah. And again, it's kind of gone, it's bounced, it's come, it's knocked across, 3 or 4 times, and then the guys, finished with a good header. But again, what a response from the lads.
Yeah, exactly. It was another minute later? Yeah. 2 minutes maybe?
Maybe a couple, yeah.
Malachi looks like he's going to cross right-footed, pings one in left-footed, tremendous header by Aidan.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a young man with a tremendous, future. He's been really unlucky, really disappointed to be finding himself on the bench a couple of times, having come down to us from step 4. He's missed a game through work, and things have kind of conspired against him a little bit. But I said to him today, look, just give us your all. I said today, I feel like it's a day to day. You can go on and make a difference. The game was getting stretched. They didn't want to see an injection of pace, which he brings, and it wasn't his pace that undone it. He's only a short lad, but what brilliantly, his movement as the ball came in was most impressive. And I don't know whether anyone got any video footage today, but he stepped off the player and he's brought himself half a yard, and the header was really, really accurate, which it had to be, because I think the keeper had made a couple of good saves from, but maybe better opportunities earlier on.
Talking of movement, you must have been pleased with the way your two centre-halves did today. The 9 they have up front, his movement for a player at this level was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think I said to someone in the bar, there was one incident, he's chased down a ball in the right back position, lost the challenge, and then rather than go and chase the ball, which a lot of players would do, spun into the middle, got a shot away.
Yeah. He's very good. Very good.
But your boys kept him quiet, really. I mean, he had one-on-one with Ollie, which he saved well.
Absolutely.
But the two lads did really well against him.
Yeah, that was a good save. Again, that was a good stand-up stop from Ollie. He's unlucky today to have conceded 2, to be fair.
Yeah.
With the saves he's made, I think he's really unlucky. But that was a good save, an important time when he's made that stand-up stop. I thought you'd be probably hard pushed today to look past those two lads for a potential man of the match candidate. I thought Hastings aerially was immense today. I thought Guy had one of the most polished performances we've seen from him from a long time, where he's coughed and spluttered a little bit, looked a little bit short of confidence.
Yeah.
And today, we've stuck with him again, and he's gone and repaid us with that performance. And in the end, he's picked up the club man of the match today, which he thoroughly deserves. So congratulations to him for that.
Okay. All said and done, a point's a point. Disappointing not to get all 3 in terms of the league position.
Yes.
But what a game of football.
Yeah, as I said, I'd defy anybody today that was here to write a report so they weren't entertained.
Yeah.
By 2 teams that didn't come in and make the numbers up. 2 teams went at it, asked questions, won tackles, moved the ball well. I guess if you strip back the emotion of it from being involved in either team, it must have been a hell of a game to watch. Our club captain today wasn't available. He's away, and I know he's celebrating his 30th birthday today. So he sent a message in the group earlier to say to the lads, don't ruin his 30th birthday. So hopefully they've repaid him. And Mick, our ground steward, his birthday today as well. So these
not quite 30.
So
not quite 30.
No, 30 plus a
30.
couple, maybe 30 plus a couple. But yeah, do you know what? I think the spirit is good amongst the lads at the moment, and they're enjoying it, and they've got each other's backs. And I thought today was a time to go out there and show it and prove it. And you know what? Yeah, 3 points would have been lovely today. But as I said right at the start, maybe in the giant scheme of things, we didn't quite exploit things enough when we had the extra man, didn't quite make it pay like we have done in the past, and we brought on our own demise with a few uncharacteristic errors for their goals. But overall, a really, really hard fought, well-deserved point today, and I think everyone goes home reasonably happy. Okay.
Finally, obviously Chertsey next week, they've got their long trip up north, quarter final with the FA Vars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any message?
Yeah, I spoke to a few of them as they after the game when we shook their hands. Obviously, I had a chat with them and just said to a few of them, as I've said before, league aside, we're rivals in the league. We're both battling for one place, in the league. But in the FA Vars, I genuinely wish them all the very, very best. I hope that now they can go on and get themselves a Wembley appearance and to win the FA Vars this year. It's a massive achievement. Some of their guys, I guess, it's got to be a one-off opportunity for them now, to play at Wembley. I really, really hope they go and fulfil a lifetime ambition.
Cool, I'd agree with that. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, guys.